Hello everyone. Today I am Dr. Vandana Saini from KB number 2 Roorkee is going to present my video on bar and pie diagrams. Data may be presented in a simple and attractive manner in the forms of diagrams. Diagrammatic presentation is broadly classified as of three types: geometric form, then frequency diagrams and arithmetic line graphs. But here I am covering up the geometric form of presentation of diagrams, and this particular geometric form divided into bar diagrams and pie diagrams. So let us start first with the bar diagrams. Bar diagrams are those diagrams in which data is presented in the form of bars or rectangles. They are also called as columns. Now, what are the features of a bar diagram? The very first is the length of the bars differ according to different values, but the breadth remains the same. The second good feature of drawing a bar diagram that we can draw it in vertical or horizontal form. The next one is each bar is from equidistant from the other. That means the distance between the bars are equal. All bars are based on the same common base line. All these features which we are discussing here in a theoretical form, I am going to explain in a practical form also. So let us start with the first one is the types of bar diagrams. Here you can see the types of bar diagrams are simple bar diagrams, multiple bar diagrams, subdivided bar diagrams, percentage bar diagrams, deviation bar diagrams. The first one is the simple bar diagrams in which a single set of numerical data is presented. Here you can see the bar diagrams that we can when we represent only birth rate. This is the example of simple bar diagram. These diagrams can be represented vertical form or in horizontal form. Right? We can represent either in vertical or horizontal form, and both are representing only one set of numerical data. Next one is multiple bar diagram, which shows two or more sets of data simultaneously. So here you can see we are making a comparison of between two sets of data, that is birth rate and death rate. The birth rate is represented by blue color and the death rate is represented by the red color. So when we are representing more than two sets of data, then it is known as multiple bar diagram. Next one is subdivided bar diagrams. Those diagrams which simultaneously present total values as well as part values. Here you can see the production of some company. So here I am representing the hydroelectricity used by the company and thermal electricity and then their total. The hydroelectricity used by the company during 2014-15 is 46 units and 64 as thermal unit, and the total of this is 110. Likewise, when we are talking about 2017 and 18, 51 units percent is used by hydroelectricity and 89 by thermal electricity, and the total production of electricity used by the company is 140. That means the total production used by for producing some goods, the company used 51% of hydroelectricity and 89% of thermal electricity. Next is the percentage bar diagrams, which shows simultaneously different parts of the values of set of data in terms of percentage. And this kind of bar diagrams are generally used when the values of high magnitude. Here you can see the data of primary, secondary and tertiary sector. The value is of very high magnitude. First, we convert in terms of percentage because that percentage make us comfortable to represent the data in terms of bar diagram. So you can see here the amount of contribution done by primary, secondary and tertiary sector in terms of percentages during the period 2010-11 to 2011 and 12. Next one is the deviation bar diagrams. Deviation means how the figures or data deviate from each other, which are used to compare the net deviation of related variables. For example, in the present question, we are going to study about the saving and deficit of a company, right? So how the values are deviate from each other. This is represented by deviation bar diagrams. Bar representing positive and negative deviations are drawn above or below the base. Here you can see the bar diagrammatic presentation of the saving and deficit of the company, which shows in 2014 the deficit is of 20 and likewise in 2017 the deficit is of 25, and the savings are done during 2015, 16 and 18, right? Next, we are going to study about the pie or circular diagrams. This is the another form of geometric diagrams. Pie diagram is a circle divided into various segments showing the percent values of the series. It is also known as circular diagram or simply a pie chart. Here are some of the steps in the construction of a pie diagram. How to construct a pie diagram? Let us take the example that in a class of 45 students, 20 got first division, 15 students got second division and 10 students got third division. If we want to construct the pie diagram of the same data provided in this slide, then first step is to convert them into percent values. Here you can see the conversion formula. I mean, we have to divide the value of the component with total number of the students into 100 because we want to convert into percentages. So 20 divided by 40 multiplied by 100 gave us 44.45%. Those who got first division. Similarly, we can easily calculate the second divisioners and third divisioners. After converting into percentages, the next step is to convert these percentage values into angular components of the circle. Because pie diagram is of 360 degrees, so we have to convert into these percentages into 360 degree. So the formula is, we are converting, first we got 44.45% divided by 100 multiplied by 360 degree and that gave us 160 degree. First divisioners, likewise 120 degree second divisioners and 80 degree third divisioners. The first step, I am repeating, the first step is to convert them into percentage value, then into angular value, and finally we have to draw the pie chart, which represents that 160 degree as first divisioners, 120 degree as second divisioners, and 80 degree as third divisioners. So let us take another numerical example, right? Here we are going to discuss about the distribution of Indian population by their working status. The status is marginal workers, main workers, non-workers and all. And the population means the 12 consist of marginal workers, the population consists of 36 as main workers and 73 as non-workers. In order to construct a pie diagram, the first step is to convert the figures into percentage value. So 12 divided by the total into 100 gave us 9.92. After that, we have to convert in angular values of 360 degree. This 9.92 divided by 100 multiplied by 360 degree gave us 36 degree. Similarly, we can convert the main workers and the non-workers as per the formula mentioned above. Now, Here is the pie chart of the same numerical example that shows 36 degree consists of marginal workers, 107 degree consists of mean workers, 217 consist of non-workers. I hope the important points related with drawing of bar diagrams and pie chart are clear to you. So here is some practice activities for you related with bar diagrams, and here is some questions related with pie diagram. With this hope that you are able to do all these questions. Thank you.